My name is Loy Azalia, and I'm the Senior Manager of Research and Evaluation at Equal Justice USA, and I was a Mellon and ACLS Public Fellow in 2020. I think the most significant insight, as well as a bit of an affirmation that I gained as a Public Fellow, was that community-centered research can happen outside of academia, and that the community could actually use the research or the tools that I created as a tool for advocacy, organizing, and it's just amazing to see students, researchers, and community organizers come up to me after they experienced or have access to some of the work I've done and say that they've used it in their efforts to support the work they're doing on the ground. The knowledge and skill sets I gained as an African Studies PhD has tremendously helped me in every aspect of my professional development, and also just how I engage with community. Number one, the emphasis that theory has to be practice, right? Theory has to turn into practice. It just cannot be some framework that academics or people have just made up, but it also has to be practical application in community. And I think another way is understanding how systems and policy operate and how they impact actual communities, particularly marginalized and oppressed communities, and the communities that I'm always in, but also the community I'm from. The advice I would give for people who want to pursue publicly engaged work would be, number one, be open. Be open and flexible to different fields and understand that your research interests will change and shift. I think that I thought that after getting my PhD in African Studies that I had to continue with that route, but it has taken me to different spaces and different fields that I would never thought that I would be in. And I also think it just really has helped me become more well-rounded in the work I'm doing and also be creative in the work I'm doing. I think another piece of advice would be find your community. Find your community, and if it doesn't exist, create your community. I think you need a community to sustain yourself and support yourself, but you also need accountability, right? And you want to learn from people who have either are in your field or in different fields and learn those best practices so you could actually grow personally, but also as a researcher. My relationship with ACLS has greatly benefited me both interpersonally and also professionally, because I think as a Black woman, being a PhD and having a PhD has been hard to get into spaces, oftentimes because of just me being a Black woman, but so it's harder to get in spaces. So ACLS allowed me to actually be in spaces that I wouldn't traditionally have access to, and also grow and expand my professional network. And I think that has been fabulous, and also just really cool to see some people who are also in the struggles like me, and also, learn best practices of how to engage in research and also how to actually just grow my skill sets.